If you haven't noticed, Funko Pop figures are somewhat of a collecting phenomenon. The Funko Company has produced a hit with many a geeky store or Hot Topic in Barnes & Noble. The trend is to now have them stocked at almost any shop that has cultural relevance or has any nerdy credibility. Funko Pop figures are roughly about 3.75 inches tall, usually posed in a neutral stance. They have their solid black dot eyes, large heads, and no mouth. They usually keep a very minimalist design in the face department. They only change their format when they deem it necessary to recognizing the characters. The part that gets people hooked is the pop cultural twist on a collectible. You can get a pop figure of anything. The sky's the limit. Batman, Spider-Man, Slimer, Pink Panther, Twilight Sparkle, or Goku. Unfortunately, this is where it starts to get terrible and grown-worthy. The lack of any stopping points for what license they will get is absolutely awful. Do you really want figures of American Horror Story characters? How about Golden Girls? Is The Secret Life of Pets up your alley? Would you like the version of Black Widow from the Avengers, or the one from Age of Ultron? Oh, and there's also the one from Captain America Civil War. The amount of licenses that they possess is a problem. It's an overload of figures and collectibles. The minimalist design of the figures factors into this. Let's put this into practice. If I were to ask you to describe Chad Warwick's costume design, what could you tell me off the top of your head? Probably not that much. Let's put this a different way. Out of box, no context, can you tell me who this is? How about this? How about this one? I'll keep them going for a little while and I'll let you figure out which ones you can figure out or not. The same pose base is an easy way to mass produce figures. There's only a slight variance between each figure to create new products. The sports subsection of Pop is especially guilty of this. Most of the figures are just reskins of 3 different base models for every single player in the league. There are very few exceptions to this rule. They only need to work hard when something is drastically outside the lines. Most of the brand is plain and generic. There's nothing exceptional about the designs or the figures that come out. They're not even cute. They're just a cheap representation of a nerdy thing you like. And that's the thing about liking one thing. You usually don't. People have many interests. You could be into Walking Dead as well as Supernatural, and Gotham, or Arrow. And Funko has figures for all those things. The thing about this from a business end is that it's absolutely great, because it's just more money that they're milking out of you. That's it. From a consumer end, it's gonna burn out. Funko will have to grab onto more obscure and forgettable licenses, and it's just going to go downhill. They've already started on this. Golden Girls, RAYMOND, 21 Jump Street, Independence Day, Gilmore Girls, Call of Duty, Jupiter Ascending, Poet Anderson, Pride and Prejudice plus Zombies. Can you actually name any of the characters from Call of Duty? Do you really want a figure of Grandpa Joe? Do you know who Touche Turtle is? Is anyone? Who wants figures of characters from 16 Candles? They got so desperate that they started a line called Pop Pets. It's just different cat and dog breeds as pop figures. There's a desperate reach for licenses, and it shows. There's a desperate cry for more money and getting variants of figures that they already have. Some just have different poses or a different accessory than the original. Funko can make them metallic, clear, slimed, glow-in-the-dark, or translucent colors. And even those can glow in the dark. Funko likes to retread old ground with a series called Impopsters, and Impopster is adding different color schemes to a pre-existing model. To my knowledge, they've only made Batman-themed Impopsters. There's also the resizing of regular figures just to make more variants. They're with the small pop figures and the keychain pop figures. There are the larger pop figures to get more money out of you. There's the Christmas lights and the style of the figures' heads. Yes, sir, Funko has all your pop figure needs fulfilled, even protector jewel cases for your figures. Why not give your pop figure an accessory, like a car? They have that! The company is clearly only interested in money, not making quality products. They don't care about their customers. As a business venture, I'm happy for them. They've given you an addiction. According to a Rolling Stone article written in 2014, they costed $10. Every time I've seen them in the past year, they've been around $12. That may be only a few more dollars for you, but it's millions of more dollars in revenue for them. They will always get money from you. There's no shortage on vendors. There's a drug peddler on every corner, isn't there? They can be found at Barnes & Noble, Hot Topic, and other places where various nerd items are sold. With the deals in place to get exclusive for each retailer, one retailer will always get your money. You can get an exclusive blood-splattered William Wallace only at FYE. You can grab the hipster Ariel only at Hot Topic. The pop culture cauldron boxes, Loot Crate, and other services just like it have pushed these as well. They're cop-out gifts for people as well. Just get the Star Wars guy the Star Wars figure. Hey, Noel likes The Walking Dead. Get him the Walking Dead figure. What's Sarah into? She's young and into TV shows. I'll get her a Supernatural figure. It's like Beanie Babies, but they had a special ingredient: pop culture. They have made it almost timeless. It will always be relevant to have a figure of Widowmaker or Nosferatu or Han Solo. This will be a staple for years to come. The pop figures have become a powerhouse of the nerdy market. Funko has won. They've cornered a market, and they did it fast. It's so overwhelmingly present that it's sickening. You've all bought into the shiny appeal of nostalgia, and you're hooked into getting a figure of everything that you recognize. I say no. Not again. Hey guys, it's me, Darren Nagra, or Noah, whatever you can call me. I haven't been making videos in a long while. Mostly been trying to think of stuff to do. Podcast kind of went off the rails. Reasons for that, but I can get up. On the screen, you'll see some ideas that I have for upcoming things that I might do. Some might be like this, some might actually be reviews or comedy sketches or skits or whatever. It's all dumb things that I have writing things down. You know, I have partial scripts and full scripts written for some of these things. Just check them out. I'm going to be uploading a lot more frequently than I did in the past while, so don't worry, and I'm going to get the rest of those podcasts out. They just said last time that the last time I tried to upload it would be 10 hours to upload, and no, 18, my bad. And I don't think I have 18 hours of free time where I can't really use anything. So, in that case, and in other words, I'll see you guys around.